Right, how you going guys? Welcome back to part 6 of this beast. um, so tonight I'm going to, obviously I'll start getting this fitting in this other side of this front piece, and then I'll bolt the other upright up on the other side. Start playing with that, get that in. I bought a mask tonight because I didn't even think I was going to be doing that last night. It just sort of, I thought, sort of not really running out of things to do, but just trying to sort things out. Sort of come to a bit of a stop with some of these other bits. So I thought, no, I'll do that. I didn't have a mask, so it's one of those things. Sometimes that's what you got to do. There was no point buggering off going home. Oh, it's freaking stop the exposure jumping around. I wasn't going to go home. I'll have to be in here a few minutes, or 20 or 30 minutes. Yeah, home's not far away. It's 5 minutes away, but there's no point coming here for 30 minutes and then buggering off again. So at least if I can get a couple of 3 hours in here, making some progress. So I'll get start doing that, get myself set up, get that done. I've got a photo, and it's pretty rough of, actually, I'll turn the camera right on. Yeah, right, so I've got this photo of the brackets that go into this back seat area. That's sort of meant to tie the body in. It's pretty hard to see because a lot of it's covered up with upholstery and all that sort of stuff. And I've pulled the carpet up. Now, try and show you down here if I can. Bear with me for a second. Stupid thing. Anyway, it's meant to tie down in here with a big metal bracket that comes all the way up here. So, from what I can see, this has never been shaped. I'll pop this, sits back in here for a second. Side of the road. So this here, this block of wood here, which is the same as that block of wood there, is actually meant to slope down into the floor, which would have been nice to know. Like, these are all the things that you just, because it's been half done and it's never been finished, and we've got nothing to go by except for what we got here. It's a mystery. So that steel panel, actually I've already videoed this, but I couldn't get the floor up, so I've done it again. So this steel panel here, which slips in here, into this piece here, obviously this bit of board has got to follow it, which kind of makes sense, but that would have been nice to know. So yeah, we've got to trim all that away at some point, which is a real pain in the butt because it's all anchored in. Like, why didn't they shape it before they freaking started? Man. So now I've got to try and work out how to get that out. And frig around and shape it. What do they not know themselves what they were doing? Don't know, but yeah, it's a pain in the butt because they've put these bits of wood in here and then, like, I don't know, I'm just guessing, but yeah, like, that photo has helped me. It's pretty vague because it doesn't show me anywhere it ties up into here, but at the end of the day it's probably not going to matter. But it's got a big massive, so wherever that bolt is, under here, big triangle plate or big plate that goes down under here or whatever. I'll put the photo in the video that you can sort of see, but it comes up into here and then it like disappears in all the upholstery, because the upholstery all comes up into here and hides all this. So it disappears up into here, and then obviously bracketry and everything comes in here. So if it ties into this bolt's too short because it's up here. In this photo, it's the same level as the floor, so that's too short. That's something else we've got to fix. So yeah, but anyway, they've obviously tried to hide it, but this bracket for the body's got to tie into it. So yeah, anyway, so we'll sort that out. We'll get this shaped, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. We'll start working on this. Right, good word. Right, let's have a wee test. Um, how the hell? I presume that fits that way. Why do you get a handle on the outside? I don't know. There might be more to this. I just want to see if this fits. Looks like there's other pieces missing. So there's obviously more to that than that. But we're heading in the right direction. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So there's obviously more to that frame. Okay. Unusual, the handle on the outside. Yes, and that. In there somewhere. Right. Work on that some more later. Where to now? Anyway. Where to now? I suppose I may as well. I'll just screw that dash around back in temporarily and see what we come up with there. Hold on. Gonna be a hell of a ride. If you can see that, and they're a pretty piece of kit. You can even see the, I don't know if it's etched in there or if it's painted. You can see the pin, like it's almost like pin striping in there, where the gauges are in between. That's nice. Why don't you make shit like that anymore? Far nicer than some crap around here. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Uncle Yoda says, could be very confusing to try and order find all the bolts that fit. Was it? Am I talking like Yoda or Apu? Who knows? Whenever we look at this back seat situation and where this bolt comes through to anchor these braces that we're going to make in the back, I want to have a quickly look at this and just try and decide how I'm going to that piece of timber's out in there so I can obviously reshape it and figure that out. Now that I know how to reshape it, there's some steel over some sheets, some plate steel. I don't know, whatever it is. It's trying to convert shit in my head again between metric and imperial, or standard as you guys call it in the States. We call it imperial over here because it's imperial. But inches anyway. It would be 3 mil, I guess, or thereabouts, thick. 25 mil, roughly, for an inch. 30 mil, roughly. 12 and a half, 13 mil for half an inch. So, a quarter of an inch is about 6 and a half, 7. An eighth of an inch is about 3 or 4 mil, so that might be eighth inch steel plate, I guess. Thereabouts. So yeah, to try and make bits of this out of. And he's going to go buy a plasma cutter. I think I said that earlier on when I was goofing around doing this stuff. So yeah, I'll clear the crap out of the back here and have a quickly look and just see if I can figure out how these pieces are tied in to each other, because it could be a bit of a pain in the ass to get all that out. I don't know if we want to have to completely disassemble all this back end if I don't have to, but I'm not sure whether these bits are how they're tied in together, these like bits of timber that are in the floor sort of area with this. I'll turn the camera around and show you in a second. Hold on. That one's at the side. Point up there about. Right. So sort of see me and see what I'm talking about. So this piece here is going to be shaped down like that. It is one big piece right under here. This is being, stick jointed or whatever you want to freaking call it. I don't know. I'm not a woodworker. So I can't just like, well, I can, but it's all screwed into here and up the back and whatever. So I'm probably going to have to do it here. Unfortunately, why they never shape that way. Freaking no clue. Anyway, so I can get this to slide back up in here. So that sits there like that, and it's like that. This is going to be like that, or thereabouts. And then under about here is a bolt. So that bolt's going to actually come up through this floorboard. So we'll take that bolt out work out where it goes. Drill a hole through here, bolt that in there, and there's a bit of steel plate to come down into here, and it will be shaped over into this corner, and we'll have to bolt, screw, whatever into here, and then it will tie up into here and stiffen all this crap up. So yeah, that's a bit of an interesting concept. Just why they never shape this, I have no clue. It's a pain in the ass because it's not very easy to do there. Or I'm going to have to try and pull all this out and disassemble it all. Because this is screwed on top of it. I might have to have a decent look. Actually. Yeah, so we'll call it night. I need to bring an air gun so I can blow out some of these holes so I can get some screws out and blow out around that bolt. Try and unbolt some of that shit and see if we can get these pieces out so I can taper them. I'll have a study of this photo when I get home. Maybe blow it up on computer or screen or something. Just see what's going on. So yeah, I can't sort of, I could do more, but I don't. I just think I'm sort of chasing my tail a little. But yeah, we'll get it sorted. One piece at a time. One piece at a time. I wonder if I should bring a handful of like little screws and nuts and bolts and stuff from home. See if I can work out what some of these threads are. And these this dash stuff. And because Dad's got quite a bit of that sort of stuff at home. I'll just bring a handful of sample stuff, I suppose, and just work out what thread I need. Because I'm not up with it, so I don't really know, but we can work it out. Yeah, so I'll let her bring some taps or something. But yeah, right out. We'll catch you later on. Cheers. See you tomorrow night. Maybe. Alright guys, here you are again. Hey, I'm just mainly here tonight. It's Friday night. I was going to try and swing this back wood out of this back seat area, like I was started to play with last night. I bought a air gun to try and blow out some of these holes to see where the screws are and get some of the dirt shit out of there. But last night when I got home, got a phone call from Mum and Dad, and Dad said to me that there's a guy that's only a couple of hours away that's not long purchased a really, really original one of these. I'm not exactly sure if it's a 25, but it sounds like it's, you know, a very, very similar model. I'm not sure if the guy that owns this knows yet, but I sent him an email last night, and sent this guy an email last night. I had a reply today. So he's quite happy for us to come and have a look, but unfortunately he's going to be away for a few weeks, so it's a bit of a pain. It would be nice to be able to go up there one of these days shortly and go have a look, but if we have to wait for a few weeks, that's what it is. It's just be nice to go up there and have a decent look at it, take a few photos, a bit of video footage, and just see how some of this goes together and what's what, and just work out a few things. The photos and videos and bits and pieces really help with this sort of thing. We can take a few notes, whatever, just take pictures of whatever we think, walk around, take some videos, just so we can see a few things and have a bit of a poke around and see if we can maybe get a bit more of an idea with these back braces and a few things like that. Be really, really handy. But anyway, instead of waffling on for 10 minutes here, I'll get into this, see if I can get these bits of boards out and then just see what else I can do tonight. I'm not going to panic too much. I just want to see if I can get these bits out and then maybe go from there tomorrow or something like that. I've got a few little bits and pieces I want to do at home. Because I'm starting to get up in subs now, I want to, there's a couple of little things I want to do to that PC case and bits and pieces, but I won't go on about that. But I might do that in another video tomorrow or something like that. I'll see how things go. I'll either come back here or I'll do a bit of work on that. I wouldn't even mind trying to do a live stream at some time tomorrow too. I can work it in at any time because it's weekend for me. Maybe try and catch some of these guys tomorrow night, especially the guys in the well, not so much in the UK. That's a bit awkward because they're just about complete opposite to us. When I'm going to bed, they're getting up, and vice versa, But you wouldn't mind trying to do a live stream and definitely work it so a lot of the guys in the States can jump online. Since I've got internet now, it's still not very good, but I'd like to have a try and see if I can do a live stream. At least have another test run. If that doesn't work, I'll just flag it until either such time as we move house or I just get to the States. We'll see what happens, but I'll get into this. Alrighty. See what we can do here. I'm not going to spend a whole heap of time here tonight. I just want to get this apart mainly, and then see what happens tomorrow. So I'll sort of set that back all in place in the meantime. Mark the edges of these. Boards where, at least where that piece of steel comes up across it. Somewhere across there, that needs cut off. Where do we cut this out? Got a little bit less angle. I don't know. But I've got that apart now. I'll just leave it sitting there in the meantime. Oh, where to now? Alright, how you going, guys? So I'm back here again for another bit of night of work. I'm sort of feeling a bit freaking, a bit frustrated because I really want to look at these other cars that are, well, they're in the South Island, but they're just not that close. I was hoping the one that's only a couple of hours away, the guy was going to be here, but he's not going to be for at least another couple of weeks. But I might have to go do a trip a bit further north towards Christchurch, and there's a guy in Timaru that's got one. So that might be in a couple of weeks, but it still doesn't help me out at the moment. But so what I'm going to do at the moment is I've got the fuel tank here, so I'm just going to throw that in the hole and just see how that mounts up. It's got 3 bolts that hold it, so I'm assuming there's 2 bolts are on this end and one's at the back, so I'm going to throw that in. I just found this plate thing, which is obviously where the pedals come through and the steering column goes down, so I have found that before, so I just threw that in it's not bolted or anything, I just set it in place. But yeah, like I would like to go through some of this stuff and actually figure out what it is, because I don't really know. So that's another thing I need to do. And like I did the other night, as you probably will see in the videos, pulled this apart. Oh, sorry about that, just turn the compressor off. So I pulled that apart, but I don't really want to cut these back until I have a bit more of an idea of what's what. That's why I want to see these other cars, at least one of them. So I've got an idea of where these are chopped off and shaped into the other floor. Because I don't want to chop it back too far and then, things not work. I'd rather just wait and have a bit more of an idea. Because I could make it work and do anything I like, but I'd rather have a bit of a look at some of the other ones and just see what was done originally or what they've done, just to make sure it's kind of how it should be. So yeah, I'll keep puddling through some of these other little bits and try and clean them up. Maybe even a sandblaster really needs some extraction on that, because man, once you start sandblasting, you can't see a frigging thing. So obviously they need some sort of suction on them to keep the dust out, keep the dust away. But anyway, so yeah, I'll throw this tank in and find something else to sort out and bolt on. That ain't going to fall out. So we don't really need to bolt that right up tight or anything. So obviously this is something to do with the, to be honest I don't know. I'm guessing that's where the fuel pickup and everything comes into it. It's actually got the baffles come loose inside it. Not too worried about that at the moment. So yeah, that's obviously where the fuel sender goes in, or the fuel pickup, probably not so much sender. Some of these cars had fuel level gauges and some of them didn't, way back then. I think you just had to guess a lot of the time. Anyway, so that's bolted in. So it took about 3 minutes to bolt in. I did sandblast the bolts just then, and they were a bit crusty, so I just give them a light sandblast just to get the craft off the end. But anyway, what can I do now? What can I do now? God, it's a bit of a freaking... I don't want to be jumping all over the place too much, but I might need a bit of a choice for a while. Still haven't seen the radiator back, so that's obviously not here yet, I don't think. Shall we look? I haven't talked to the guy for a few days. Mind you, I haven't been here for a couple of days. No, it's not back here anywhere. I'm sure he would have just set it up beside the car if it was here, so... Mind you, he's still been recovering from some surgery, so... It probably hasn't been far. That's brakes. I see that's got to go over the top of the... Well, I'm not sure. They must go on the outside of the drums. It's interesting. I'm thinking, but I don't know. What else we got here? I should clean one of these. Steering. Some of the steering up. Work out where that bolts in and wherever. Alright, all these steering boxes up here, it's quite free, which is really good. But I'm just trying to work out. I might climb, I'll have a boy climb underneath here and just work out where it pokes through that hole, I'm guessing. I don't really know. Because obviously it's a right hand drive, not left. So yeah, I might have a climb way underneath and just have a wee look and just see where it's meant to bolt on. See if I can see. I don't really know. Obviously goes down through, down through there, I'm guessing. I need to work out whether this, I assume this comes off, but I don't really know. See down there. So you see here all that bolt hole through that bracket doesn't line up with that. That one there doesn't really line up. That one there kind of does, but not really. So obviously that bracket's just not quite in the right orientation. And I'm not really sure if it moves, but I can pull it out and have another look, I suppose. Just see if it does rotate. Whether it can, I don't know. So yeah, there's not much holding it on there. 3 little light bolts. It's not like some of the modern cars, or especially stuff from the 60s and 70s where they're freaking half-inch bolts. They're really half some of them. Oh, they're just little light things. It's lucky if they're probably 3/8, I guess. Oh, they're not very big bolts to hold the steering box on, are they? But I guess they must have held on. It's been here this long, almost 100 years. So I don't know when the last one was used, but you know what I mean. I suppose I can have a wee pull it out, just see whether that does rotate around a little bit, and we'll loosen the brackets off or whatever, and see if that can get it to clock a little bit and get it to bolt on. Something else to bolt it on anyway, temporarily. I just want to make sure things fit. But yeah, we'll keep plugging away. I think. Oh. Let me consult the phone oracle. I'll check the video. Yep, the phone oracle says this bracket's got to come up at. Yeah, it's got to come that way. So, wait, that's why I was setting it anyway. We might see if we can poke it back in the hole and see if it'll fit. Have another try. I'll just leave it loose. Why not? Righty, so we had a bit of a, I don't worry about filming it, but we had a bit of a sort out and some bits and pieces. Just sort of laid some stuff out on the table here. Turn the camera around, I'll show you. Just a lot of little bits and pieces, odds and ends. So just been trying to find bits. So this is like some steering stuff. Some of the bits for the, to go on the drag link. Handbrake, some brake parts. Some electrical system for the steering column and bits and pieces. This was about 2 years ago, and it's actually part of the electrical system that goes down through the column, which is quite interesting. Quite a high-tech piece of kit for back in the day. That's the back brakes, so they do go around the outside. Whole bit bits and shafts and bits and pieces to try and work out for the back brakes. So yeah, it was just pedals, bits for the distributor, some other hinges and bits and pieces, but I don't really know what they're for yet. So you got a whole heap of stuff here to clean up. Not 100% sure that's for. That might be for motor parts or something like that. You know, running generators or water pumps or something, I would imagine. Because it's not for steering. That's what we thought it might have been for a start off, but I think that's possibly motor stuff to drive something. Because sometimes they had like a water pump and then a shaft and a coupling, and I bet you that's what that's for. So yeah. Start cleaning up stuff off. We found another door catch, one of these catches, but it's pretty seized up, so we're still short one, but we'll find it. So I just spray it with some CRC or some penetrating oil. What I'll do is I'll spray it over the next few nights and see if I can get it to free up. See if I can get it to free up. But anyway, I'll call it for tonight. Yeah, so I'll call it for tonight. So we got steering box in and sort of situated. I've had a good look through some stuff through the tank and yeah, and just work some stuff out. So I'll start cleaning up some bits. So I can get some stuff so cleaned up and freed and working properly and yeah, try and get a few things back further together. Yeah, and then hopefully in another week or two or whatever we can get a chance to look at one of these other ones. So that'll do for now. Go home because it's getting close to 9 o'clock and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Call that a wrap.